cut me out in public.
Uh-oh. If you're wondering what a rotator cuff pump looks like,
Get some proper three-dimensional shoulders. Well. You all came back. Hello guys. Hope you're all well. Hope you're doing absolutely amazing. Hitting some pretty. And I'm ready to go to the gym. Gonna be another torso day today, so that's gonna be very...
You made the same joke twice? God damn!
Curse you, Holly GK5.
And also I shaved. I hope you like it. I went to a wedding yesterday, so had to, you know. No, it wasn't my wedding. It wasn't mine. It's not that time yet, I'm afraid. Last video did actually pretty well on YouTube. And I don't mean like well as in like it got like thousands of views. It didn't. It got like a few hundred, which is good. I'm happy with that. And it got about, I think when I last checked, it was at 13 likes, which is more than I usually get. Like, because obviously I've posted a few edits on my YouTube, and those have got like those numbers range. But it was good to see that my video was able to get a decent amount of likes. So, you know, I hope I'm really entertaining you guys. You know, I am really trying here. No, I've taken all your feedback into consideration.
Ah, so this is the feedback for my first video. Let's take a look, shall we?
And hopefully that will reflect in today's video. It's gonna be a lot of improvements all across the board, and I hope you'll be able to see that. So I won't keep the yap as long this time. Let's just get straight into the gym content this time. All right. Made it to the gym, okay? I'd be a little bit surprised if I didn't, but my workout's gonna be more or less the same as last video, minus the deadlifts, because I only deadlift twice a week, and you know, it's a very fatiguing exercise, it's a very damaging exercise, so I only do it twice a week. So no deadlifts today, but we'll be starting off with a dumbbell external rotation, like always. And one thing I want to do in this video is I want to give more context to why I do what I do. So like, why do I train rotator cuff? Well, of course, 5 weeks ago, I injured my rotator cuff. I pulled it by doing a dumbbell shoulder press, botched it, you know, arm went backwards, ouch. So pulled rotator cuff just like that. So I do two rotator cuff exercises. I do an external rotation on the bench, which is like the top half of an external rotation. I do a cable external rotation, which is the bottom half of the movement. And my aim for that is to, well, once I get into doing dumbbell shoulder press again, hopefully what happened that time won't happen again because I'll have a stronger rotator cuff. So that is the vision behind it. Will it actually work? Well, I guess I'll have to find out, but hopefully I won't pull my rotator cuff again.
If you're wondering what a rotator cuff pump looks like, the answer is I have no idea. Well, I mean, I've been doing this for a month, I still have no idea what is different here. I mean, something's different. I can feel something is pumped. Is it the shoulder? I just can't tell you which part of my shoulder is. Like, my shoulders look pumped, but I couldn't tell you which part. Rotator cuffs are confusing to me. My fault, Unc.
Anyways, next up is 2 sets of abs. And fairly simple for that, literally just going to do sit-ups, decline sit-ups. Why do I do that? Just easy, isn't it? Just easy, fairly simple, and I think it's fairly stable. I enjoy it and easy to progressively overload on. I mean, all you do is literally hold the dumbbell behind your head as you're going down the sit-up. I didn't record it last time, but this time I will. I'm going to make sure I record every single set I do today, and I'm also going to try and yap less, which is clearly going extremely well.
I know I'm just repeating myself at this point, but come on. It's great.
Alright, so with abs out of the way, yeah, that's all for abs, just 2 sets. With that, I'm going to hit chest. What's my chest exercise? It's bench press. Why? I enjoy bench press, and I want to do a bit of powerlifting as well as bodybuilding. You know, I enjoy both regions, I like to do a little bit of both. So, obviously this is the road to 120, so obviously one thing you need to do to get a stronger bench is to bench. That is just because of course you've got coordinations in there, you've got other things like that. So yeah, plan is to up the weight today, do 90, and I'm really aiming to do like a pause for 1 second at the bottom. So that's kind of like what they do in powerlifting a little bit, like in like competitions. It's not going to be like perfect powerlifting competition form, but it is going to be a good enough form so that my pecs are working really good. So yeah, so 2 sets of bench press, and that'll be all my chest work for today.
What's this? Dear Harley, I got you a dictionary because you clearly do not know what the word pause means. Signed, Mum. P.S. Fuck you.
Alright, so my lat training is fairly basic, it's just 2 sets of pull downs, that's what I do for my lats. I use this grip, this one here. Why do I use that one? Well, I used to use the like the wide, I used to always do a really wide grip, but my rotator cuff injury happened, and now I can't do many exercises with flared elbows, it has to be tucked elbows, so I use this grip because it doesn't hurt my rotator cuff. Yeah, so I do 2 sets of this. And that's all you really need for lats. That's at least that's all I do, and I've been growing decently, you know. So anyways, next is shoulders. I'm gonna prioritize rear delts first, because my rear delt is the weakest part of my shoulder. So start there. That'll be plenty of fun. Gonna do 2 sets of rear delt flies. You know, get some proper 3-dimensional shoulders, or hopefully get them big enough to be 4-dimensional, even though the human mind cannot persist that. I'm going on a really weird rant here, so I'm going to end the footage before I continue. Alright, so next up is side delt training, and for that it's just going to be fairly basic, just some seated lateral raise with the dumbbells, which is going to be pretty fun. You know, obviously I have the pencils for it because that is as heavy as you can go. No, I'm joking. But it is a difficult exercise to progress on, so the whole point is you've got to enjoy it, you've got to keep focusing on it, and give it your all. So, without further ado, let's get into these sets.
What are we saying then? Does it look tough, gang? Does it look tough?
Anyhow, all that's left now is front delts, and for that I'm going to do basically what is a front raise, but it's lying down. because regular front raises, that's just an upper chest exercise, that's not a front delt exercise. So lying down front raises, 2 sets of that, and then that'll be all for shoulders, and I'll finish off with some upper back. Yeah, it looks a little bit stupid, but unfortunately that is basically all I can do for front delts because of my rotator cuff. It still isn't fully healed, and shoulder pressing is just completely out of the question at the minute. But yeah, anyways, all that's left now is some upper back exercises. I'll do some kelso shrugs with some dumbbells. I'll do 2 sets of that, and then I'll go into the nice lighting room if it's available this time, and see how the pump is looking.
Now that is what I call a pump. Wait, hold on a minute. Let me actually get some good footage of this.
Uh-oh, someone made a mistake here. Someone let me out in public. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's right. I'm in an Asda right now. And the aim is to get some easy protein, because, you know, there's some really good cheap protein that you can get in Asda. Oh, they don't have my favourite flavour. That sucks. That sucks. Usually they have vanilla, but they don't. So I'm trying to settle for strawberry. It's not bad. It's £1.15 for one of these, so I'm gonna get 3 of them. You know, it's 75 grams of protein for what is that? £3.45, so that's not bad, you know. I'll tell you where I definitely am not right now. I am not in the healthy food aisle. My bad, guys. I never claimed to be good at nutrition, unless I did. If I did, that was a big lie. I'm thinking to myself, like right now, what is some like cheap, easy calories I can get, cheap, easy protein I get. Being a uni student means you've got to budget absolutely everything, and it's even worse when you're a uni gym rat. Yeah, got my stuff, got my calories, got my protein. So, let's have a little walk home yap, shall we? You know, I said I'd cut down on the yapping, but I still want a decent amount of yapping in here. I still got to fill out, you know, the time I want for a video. So yeah. But no, that was a really good session. I really enjoyed that. And the pump was great. Hopefully it turns out good on film. I have no doubt that it will, but I won't know until I transfer all this onto my phone for editing. Yeah, I edit this on my phone. I need it. It's bad, I know. It's bad. But it's going well. It's going really, really well. So, I think when my rotator cuff is fully healed, I'm going to get rid of those weird front raises, get rid of those lateral raises, replace it with a behind the neck press, because that's an exercise that I'll just enjoy more, like without a doubt. Like, who enjoys doing an exercise like what I did? I mean, I enjoy it a bit, but not as much as I would like a proper like behind the neck shoulder press. So I'm going to switch it for a behind the neck shoulder press, because that's good activation for the side and front delts, which is good. That's what I want, you know. And I'll just enjoy it more. You know, the more you enjoy an exercise, the more anabolic it is, and that is fact. That is actually factual. One of the most important parts, in fact, no, I think the very foundation that bodybuilding is built on is that you have to enjoy what you do. Like, no winner has ever not enjoyed training. Like, You have to enjoy training. That is just the rule. That's why some of these guys, they could be like as optimal as they want in terms of lifting, but if they don't enjoy it, then what's the point in doing it? Like, I know like a lot of the stuff I do probably isn't the most optimal, like bench press, like it's not like the most optimal exercise for the chest, but I do it because I enjoy it. It's simply the exercise that I enjoy the most, so I'm going to do that exercise. You know, it's a mindset. It's a mindset thing. The placebo effect is very real, and it's like one of the foundations that building muscle is built on. So, I mean, I think there was a study done recently where results showed that people who simply thought they were on steroids built more muscle than people that were just training regularly. So the mindset is the most powerful thing when it comes to building muscle. Absolutely. So don't ever walk into a gym and have like a mindset you're going to fail, you're going to be small forever. Never have that mindset. Or like, even if you have to be a little bit egotistical, be egotistical. Because at the end of the day, what you're there for is to change yourself for the better. And most people go to the gym, they go to the gym because they don't like their body, they want to get bigger, they want to have more muscle. That's how I started. It's how 99% of everyone else started. The most important thing to get that going is to have a powerful mindset to enjoy what you do. So it is really just a game of perspective. I think that's what's gotten me so far in only 2 years of lifting. I mean, I don't think I'm abnormal by any means. Like, I don't think I'm an abnormally large human being, but you know, a lot of my progress has been centered around the fact that I just love lifting so much. And I'll get bigger because I've already decided that in my head. Like, it's a decision. It's a decision that I willingly make. So make that decision yourself. Tell yourself that you're just gonna fucking lift and you're gonna become an abnormally large human being. If that's what you really want, of course. Well, you know, it doesn't even have to be about the gym, it could be about anything, really. Everything you do is a decision. Like, for example, last year, I'm a uni student. I do a degree in mathematics. It was my first year at uni, and I decided that I was going to get a first in everything. So, on basically every single module, I got over 70%, which is a first. So, I stayed true to my word. I made that decision, and I'm going to make the same decision time after time after time. That's all it is. Life is a game of perspective. That is one thing I've learned after doing this for, well, not very long, but 2 years. That is just one thing I've learned. And if you haven't learned it, well, I hope I was able to teach it well. You know, at the end of the day, we're just trying to get better, aren't we? Like, we're not looking for perfection, we're just looking for progression. So yeah. Right, that was quite a long yap. So, I think it was quite a good one as well. Wasn't too weird, I think it was rather motivational. But a lot of these videos are dependent on your feedback. So if you have any feedback for this video and the last one, please comment it. I would love to hear it. Yeah. So, I think that's enough for today. I'll end the video there. Thank you ever so much for watching, guys. Have a great session at the gym yourself. Have a great lifting day. Have a great weekend. I'll see you later.